What's up, babes? It's Curly Victoria back with another video. If you guys are new here, hi, welcome to my channel. If you've already been subscribed, thanks for coming back. So look, y'all, I am just driving, running some errands. I wanted to go ahead and make this video talking about getting rid of like crap friends. You want to curse? Use the curse word, itty. I'm not gonna curse, but itty friends. Let them go, let them have it. Goodbye, move on. So you guys have been hearing me talk about glowing up and wanting to be the best version of yourself, etc. Long story short, you're not able to grow because you have too many people around you who are not supposed to be around you. I don't care how long you've known a person. You guys hear me talk about this in video after video after video after video. The length of time in knowing people or a person has nothing to do with them being cut off. You can be cut off today, tomorrow, next week, next year. I can know you for a year. I can know you for 12. I can know you for 20. I can know you for 30. Bruh, boy, man, woman, when it's time to let them go, it's time to let them go. A lot of times we keep people in our life far too long. Like, when I say we keep them in our life too long, we keep them in our life too long. You have friends who don't bother to check on you, and I can speak freely on how I feel about things because there's no one who's going to step to my face and confront me about how I feel without me keeping the same energy of how I feel. So I'm never going to be a person who might talk about something or talk about a situation, something, whatever, behind someone's back that I will not boldly say to their face. So if I ever say anything and a person isn't present, it's just you weren't present. But if you are present, I will represent exactly what I said and more. Like, I'm not a type of person who like throw the rocks and hide my hands. I'm gonna tell you how I feel. I'm gonna say what I need to say. I'm an Aquarius, baby. I'm a real, like, gonna say what I'm gonna say. It is what it is. Say it back to me that way, because in the end of the day, too many people sugarcoat things. Too many people try to make things seem sweet and, oh, this is so gravy, and you know what I mean? Like, they really be sitting here gassing it for people who don't even give two craps about them. You sit here and you try to make a person feel like, oh, I don't feel too bad for saying things. Like, say what you need to say, mean what you need to say, and go on. I don't really do the backtracking. So when you get cut off, you're cut off. It's the reason I cut you off in the first place, right? So I'm not going to be a person where none of my friends will ever be able to go back to someone and say, oh, you know, she said this, right? To stir up drama. Like, I'm the type of person who will clear it right there, right then and there. Like, I will say it and clear it. I don't need to be caught up in drama. I don't need to be caught up in a lot of things that, you know, don't serve me. So you're gonna have the friend group. You're gonna have friend groups out of different dynamics, right? You're gonna have people that you meet along the way in your life from different things, right? You might meet somebody. I'm gonna just pull over real quick because my camera keeps jumping in. Like, every time I look up, someone nearly is like into the back of my car. So let me pull over so I can like literally make my video in peace. You're gonna have friends. You're gonna have people who are gonna come in your life, and they are going to stay in your life. They are gonna be people who you are going to need to like tighten up and say, hey, that was like a tough situation, but that doesn't mean that's the end of your friendship. That was a tough situation, but your friend needed to tell you what you needed to hear. You're going to have people who are going to come into your life who are just going to be stagnant. They're not going to add to you. You're not going to be growing from them. The only thing that's going to happen in the relationship is they're going to be growing from you. You don't need those type of friends. You don't need those type of acquaintances, associates, or anything. If you ever hear me talk about certain topics over and over on my channel, you continue to keep hearing me talk about the same type of circumstances, that should tell you that these are important topics, because people don't realize it, but who you choose to associate with as far as your friend group and acquaintances is going to really be a reflection of where you go in life. Granted, a lot of my real good friends, my besties, do not live here. I have besties who live in different states. Most of them I met in college, and I miss them all the time. But guess what? All my girls, my guys, they are handling their business. And the guy friends that I do have that do not live here, they are truly like guy friends. They're not like guy friends who I think they might be a little cute, and I just say they my friend just because I think they're cute. No, These are like brothers to me. These are like people who I will not cross the line with. I never thought to cross the line with. These are like locked in brothers, right? As a woman, and a woman who wants to, eventually be married, have a family, have my husband, etc. I'm not a woman who feels like I have to have a lot of male friends. Like, acquaintances, yes, like you will have acquaintances in business and things like that. Like, oh, we have to work together in business. But having like, oh, I got 100 male friends, no, baby, I don't even play like that. Like, that's a red flag for me. And I know it's so easy for women to always be like, oh, I always like to hang with dudes because women are too dramatic, etc. So hang by yourself. Like, I'm not saying that you can't have male friends, but what I am saying is a woman who is aspiring to be a wife, a woman who is aspiring to be a mother, personally, I don't believe in me needing to have a lot of male friends. My man's friends are not my friends. You know what I mean? Like, unless we met a couple or something together and that is how we know them, that is how we know them. But I'm not going to think that all the guys that my man hang around are the men that I'm going to be like, those are my homies. No. Because whether it's my man, your man, anybody's man, let's be for real. Some men can be real sneaky. Like, they will really take advantage of your man allowing you to be in that presence. And the minute that they feel like you and your man are going through something, they feel like something is wrong, then those are the same men who tries to, oh, well, I could treat you better. I not experienced it before. It is not that I'm necessarily hanging out with the guys at all. It's just a simple fact of like, I used to be in a relationship with this person. And we're no longer talking, and now you want to tell me about how you could be better for me than they could be. Flag. And these are situations that I don't even hang out with you. You just know that I'm in a relationship with this person. That is a red flag to me. I'm not that type of woman who acts that way, and I don't think men should act that way and women shouldn't act that way. Like, no. But to each his own. I'm just saying, for me, as I'm evolving to want to eventually be a wife, be a mother, maybe have my little family, I just want to have the friends that I have. So if I've met you like before I was ever in a relationship, before I was ever married, and you are my like brother, homeboy, then I'm not going to cut you off just because I'm getting married. You were there before the relationship, right? You were there years before I ever got in the relationship. And then if you're a woman and I've known you for a long time, etc., my goal is to keep my quality friends in my life. Having to cut out friends is not like a thing to be proud of. When it comes down to you not feeling suffocated by having bad energy or the wrong people around you, it feels good. But to actually be a person who builds quality friendships and have to cut them off, that right there, that right there is not a good feeling. But you got to do what you got to do. And I'm going to cut them off regardless. So I just feel like, I know I'm talking about a lot in different topics, but the ultimate topic that we're talking about when it comes down to these friends is, sis, you're going places. Bro, you're going places. God has a lot for you. He has a lot in store for you. He has a lot that's going to happen for you. How are you going to get to these things if you are constantly being surrounded by haters? How are you going to get to these things if you're constantly being surrounded by people who will literally talk down on you when they're in a room amongst other people, but when they're around you, it's cool? How would you make it to the top when you have friends who don't support you while you're going through things, but when you're succeeding, or when you have these nice dinners and you have these nice plans and reservations, they want to be present in your glow-ups, right? How you gonna glow up with it? How you gonna glow up with people who don't support you? How? So when I talk about these topics, I talk about these things, it's because I want to see great for everybody who watches my channel. I want you guys to go places. And you have to sit down with yourself and be realistic and say, hey, do this person add to me? Am I growing from this person? What is really the benefit of having this person in my life? Is it a pro? What are the pros and what are the cons? Because I could tell you, if there's more cons than pros, baby, cut them off. So no, like I said, I'm not glorifying when you have to cut off friends, but I am saying cut them off if need be. Don't dumb yourself down for people who don't even F with you. Don't. Y'all know me. I can literally just rock out with my sisters or whatever, my brother, whatever, fam, like my siblings, and I will be good. I don't need no friends. But being that I do have friends, And they are quality friends. I'm not saying that they're not essential. The friends who are in my life right now, they are essential. The ones who are not, they're not. That's why they're not. So in the end of the day, I'm not sitting around like, you know, feeling bad because I had to cut people off. I don't. Like, a lot of times when you cut somebody off, they know what they did. And if they don't know what they did, they can continue to keep acting like they don't know. And then they're just going to be still acting like they don't know 30 years from now. I don't care. I know the type of friend I am, and that is what it is. Like, you know, I don't need to go on social media. I don't need to spread drama. I don't need to gossip. Relationships, I don't need to bring my relationship problems to the internet. I don't need to do none of that. You know? So I'm really like a mystery because, in a sense, without trying to be, because 1 minute I can literally post something funny, and then the next minute I could post something deep, and then people could be thinking like, what is going on? But the whole time, girl, I just posted it because it hit. And with being an Aquarius, baby, anything can hit. Anything can hit. Anything can hit at any moment. But I want to see y'all go places. And I know my video might seem a little sporadic. You know, it might be a little up and down. I might be making videos off the cuff. But in the end of the day, God is taking you somewhere. And you have to open your eyes and realize that everybody can't go. Once you realize that, baby, it's only up from here. It's only up from here. So be grateful for the relationships you have, whether it's companionship, spousal, like boyfriend, or I like to say, I won't even say, whatever your partnership is, be grateful. Whatever your friendship is, be grateful. Whatever your acquaintances are, be grateful. And whatever isn't meant to serve you, cut it off. If you want to grow, imagine a flower. Imagine a flower is growing beautifully, and out of nowhere, weeds start to wrap around that flower. Well, the weeds are now interfering with the beauty of the flower. Eventually, it's going to suffocate the flower. The flower is no longer going to, you know, be beautiful because obviously it's going to be swallowed up. So definitely pay attention to that. I'm going to get out of this parking lot in a little bit because I'm literally parked here, like making a video, and this man like randomly pulls over and is sitting in the back of his trunk, like not far from me. It's kind of getting weird because I was the only one over here in the parking lot. Like, I literally left from all the cars, came to the spot, and now he's sitting on the back of his car, like, looking out of his peripherals. I don't play that. My doors are locked. And I F around and find out. That's all I'm going to say. But give your girl peace if you don't want the peace. You feel me? If you follow, you follow.